Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. The walls of the Cliff House had witnessed countless storms between Steffy Forrester and Finnegan, but nothing could have prepared Steffy for the quiet devastation that was about to enter her life, because this time there would be no shouting match, no family interference she could easily blame, and no quick reconciliation waiting around the corner. Instead, Finn was about to make a decision that could permanently change the course of their marriage, and the woman at the center of that decision was Olivia, someone Steffy had never truly considered a serious threat until it was already too late. For weeks, Finn had been carrying an emotional weight that nobody around him fully understood. He had spent years trying to prove to Steffy that he was loyal, patient, committed, and willing to protect their family no matter how complicated life became. Yet deep inside, something had shifted. Every time Steffy questioned his judgment, every time she made a decision for him in the name of protecting their children, and every time their marriage became another battleground involving Sheila, Liam, Carter, or the Forresters, Finn felt another invisible crack forming. He loved Steffy deeply, and part of him probably always would, but love had slowly become mixed with exhaustion. He had started wondering whether the life they were fighting so hard to preserve was still the life either of them actually wanted. Olivia entered that emotional space almost by accident. She never arrived in Los Angeles intending to steal anyone's husband, nor did Finn immediately see her as anything more than someone who understood what it meant to carry responsibility while hiding personal pain. Their early conversations were innocent. They spoke about medicine, family expectations, complicated parents, and the strange pressure of being expected to remain strong for everyone else. Olivia listened to Finn without interrupting him or turning his emotions into another argument, and that simple difference affected him more than he wanted to admit. When Finn talked about Sheila, Olivia did not immediately tell him what he should feel. When he admitted that part of him still struggled with the fact that Sheila was his biological mother, Olivia did not accuse him of betraying Steffy. She simply told him that feelings were not the same as choices, and for the first time in a long time, Finn felt as if someone trusted him to understand the difference. Meanwhile, Steffy was dealing with her own fears. She sensed Finn becoming distant but misread the reason. At first, she assumed Sheila was once again manipulating him. Then she suspected that Finn was still angry over the boundaries Steffy had set regarding their family. Steffy confronted him more than once, demanding to know what he was keeping from her. But Finn kept insisting that he simply needed space to think. That answer only made Steffy more anxious. She was used to problems she could attack head-on, but Finn's silence gave her nothing to fight except her imagination. The more she pushed him for answers, the more Finn retreated, and Olivia soon became the one person he could speak to without feeling like every word would be used as evidence in another marital battle. One evening after a difficult shift at the hospital, Finn found Olivia sitting alone outside, staring at the city lights. She admitted she had spent much of her life helping other people heal, while ignoring the things inside herself that still hurt. Finn laughed sadly and said he knew exactly what that felt like. Their conversation stretched late into the night. They talked about second chances and whether people were allowed to choose happiness even if that choice disappointed others. Olivia warned Finn not to confuse comfort with love. She told him he needed to be certain that whatever he decided about Steffy came from the truth of their marriage, not from the relief he felt when he was around someone new. That warning should have created distance between them, but instead it made Finn respect Olivia even more, because unlike people who might take advantage of a vulnerable marriage, she was actively telling him to slow down. Finn did exactly that. For several days, he avoided Olivia outside of work and focused completely on his family. He took Kelly and Hayes out, cooked dinner at home, and tried to recreate some of the warmth he and Steffy once shared. Steffy noticed the effort and believed maybe they were finally turning a corner, but later that evening, when she brought up Sheila again, the fragile peace collapsed. Steffy insisted that Finn needed to promise there would never again be any room for Sheila in their lives. Finn replied that he had respected Steffy's need for safety, but he could no longer pretend that he did not have complicated feelings about the woman who gave birth to him. Steffy interpreted that answer as Finn choosing Sheila over his family, while Finn heard Steffy once again telling him what he was allowed to feel. Their argument grew more emotional until Finn finally said the words Steffy never expected to hear. "I don't know if we know how to love each other anymore without trying to control each other." Steffy froze. Finn immediately regretted how harsh it sounded, but he did not take it back. That night he slept elsewhere, and by morning, rumors began spreading through both Forrester Creations and the hospital that Finn and Steffy were facing serious trouble. Rich was furious when he heard. He blamed Sheila, then Liam, then anyone except Steffy. Brooke tried to remind him that a marriage rarely collapses because of one outsider. But Rich refused to believe Finn could walk away from his daughter unless someone had poisoned his mind. Taylor, however, noticed something deeper when Steffy admitted that Finn had accused her of controlling his emotions. Taylor carefully asked Steffy whether Finn might have a point. Steffy immediately became defensive, insisting that everything she had done was to protect her husband and children. Yet later, when she was alone, Taylor's question echoed in her head. Liam soon learned about the separation, and his concern for Steffy instantly resurfaced. He offered support without directly attacking Finn. But the emotional history between Liam and Steffy was impossible to ignore. Finn saw Liam leaving the Cliff House one afternoon and felt a familiar sting of jealousy, but this time it did not make him want to fight for Steffy. Instead, it made him realize how exhausted he was by the same cycle repeating again and again. He drove to the hospital, where Olivia immediately saw the tension in his face. Finn admitted he and Steffy were living apart temporarily. Olivia told him that she was sorry, but she also made it clear that she did not want to become his escape. Finn surprised her by saying, "You're not the reason I left. You're the reason I finally realized how lonely I already was." Olivia went silent because she understood exactly what he meant, but she also knew those words crossed the line. She told Finn that if there was ever going to be something between them, he needed to end his marriage honestly first. Finn agreed. The following day he returned to the Cliff House and asked Steffy to talk privately. Steffy expected an apology. She even believed he might announce that he was ready to recommit to their marriage. Instead, Finn calmly said he wanted a legal separation. Steffy stared at him as though she had misheard. She asked if there was someone else. Finn hesitated just long enough to answer the question without saying a word. Steffy's expression changed instantly. "Who is she?" she demanded. Finn tried to explain that nothing inappropriate had happened, but Steffy did not care. She wanted a name. When Finn finally said Olivia, the room seemed to tilt beneath her feet. Steffy's first reaction was disbelief, followed by anger. She insisted that Olivia had manipulated a married man when he was vulnerable. Finn defended Olivia immediately, telling Steffy that Olivia had actually encouraged him to save his marriage before considering anything else. That defense hurt Steffy almost more than the revelation itself because she could hear the tenderness in Finn's voice. This was not a meaningless flirtation. Something real had already begun emotionally, even if Finn and Olivia had not acted on it physically. Steffy reminded Finn of everything they had survived together. Sheila's attacks, family crises, medical emergencies, betrayals, reconciliations, and the birth of their family. She told him that people did not throw away a marriage because someone new made life feel easier. Finn agreed, but then quietly replied, "And people don't stay married only because surviving together has become a habit." Steffy slapped the table in frustration and accused him of rewriting their entire love story. Finn denied that. He told her their history would always matter, but history alone could not fix what they had become. The separation moved forward, and Olivia kept her distance because she knew Steffy was already blaming her. Unfortunately, the distance only confirmed Finn's feelings. He missed Olivia constantly. He missed the ease of speaking to her, the way she challenged him without humiliating him, and the way he felt seen instead of managed. Weeks later, after Finn and Steffy had made progress toward formalizing their separation, Finn invited Olivia to dinner. Olivia almost refused, but Finn told her this was not about hiding anymore. He wanted the chance to know her outside the hospital, openly and honestly. Their first real date was simple, quiet, and completely different from Finn's dramatic life with Steffy. There were no arguments, no family emergencies, and no discussions about who should be kept away from whom. Olivia eventually told Finn she was afraid of becoming the villain in Steffy's story. Finn took her hand and said she was not responsible for a marriage that had already been falling apart. From there, their relationship moved faster than either planned. Finn introduced Olivia to a few people close to him, and while some were shocked, others noticed that Finn seemed lighter than he had in years. Lee was initially suspicious. She questioned Olivia's intentions and warned Finn not to make a permanent decision, while still emotionally recovering from Steffy. But after watching them together, Lee began to see something she could not deny. Finn listened differently around Olivia, and Olivia never tried to speak for him. Even Sheila, upon learning about the relationship, had a complicated reaction. Part of her was thrilled that Steffy might no longer control access to Finn, but she quickly realized Olivia was no puppet. When Sheila approached Olivia with an overly friendly warning about Steffy, Olivia immediately told Sheila that whatever happened between Finn and his family was Finn's decision, and she would not be used in anyone else's war. Finn learned about the encounter and was deeply impressed. For once, the woman beside him had not demanded that he choose sides. She had simply enforced her own boundaries. That moment changed something inside Finn. He began imagining a future with Olivia instead of merely enjoying the present. Steffy, however, refused to believe their romance would last. She told Taylor that Finn was confused and eventually would come home. Taylor warned her not to build hope around that assumption, but Steffy insisted she knew Finn. Then came the moment that shattered that confidence. Finn quietly visited a jewelry store and chose an engagement ring. He did not tell Lee. He did not tell anyone at the hospital. He kept the ring hidden because he wanted the proposal to belong only to him and Olivia. Yet in true Los Angeles fashion, secrets rarely stay hidden for long. Hope accidentally overheard a conversation in which Finn mentioned planning a special evening and later noticed a small ring box slipping from his coat pocket. She was stunned. Hope debated whether to tell Steffy, but before she could decide, Steffy saw Finn herself at Il Giardino speaking privately with Deacon about reserving a quiet section for a romantic evening. Deacon tried to remain neutral, but Steffy immediately realized something significant was happening. She followed Finn outside and demanded the truth. Finn refused to discuss Olivia with her, telling Steffy that his personal life was no longer her decision to manage. Steffy noticed the ring box in his hand before he could hide it. Her face lost all color. "You're proposing to her?" she whispered. Finn said nothing at first. That silence was enough. Steffy's eyes filled with tears as she stepped backward. She asked how he could possibly be ready to marry someone else after everything they shared. Finn told her that he had not planned for this, but loving Olivia had taught him something painful. He had spent too much time confusing intensity with connection. Steffy told him that Olivia barely knew him. Finn replied, "She knows the man I am now." The words devastated Steffy. She accused him of replacing her, replacing their family, and erasing their marriage. Finn refused to accept that characterization. He said Hayes would always connect them and he would always respect Steffy as the mother of his child, but he could not continue living in the past just because moving forward hurt. Steffy demanded that he look her in the eyes and say he no longer loved her. Finn hesitated. He admitted he would always carry love for her, but it was no longer the kind of love that could sustain their marriage. That answer was worse than a clean rejection because Steffy realized there was still love between them, but Finn was choosing Olivia anyway. After Finn walked away, Steffy broke down completely. Taylor found her later at the Cliff House sitting alone with old family photos scattered around her. Steffy admitted she had always believed Finn would eventually choose her no matter what happened. Taylor gently told her that expecting unconditional loyalty, while repeatedly questioning Finn's independence, may have created the very outcome Steffy feared. Steffy became angry at first, but then she started crying harder, saying she had only wanted to keep her family safe. Taylor embraced her and reminded her that protecting a family and controlling its members could sometimes become dangerously similar when fear was involved. Meanwhile, Finn's proposal evening arrived. Olivia sensed something unusual from the moment she entered the private garden area Finn had arranged. Candles glowed around them, soft music played, and Finn seemed more nervous than she had ever seen him. Olivia immediately asked whether he was certain about whatever he was planning. Finn smiled and told her certainty was exactly why they were there. He spoke about how Olivia had entered his life without trying to fix him, rescue him, or make his decisions for him. He said she reminded him that peace did not have to mean boredom, and that love did not have to be proven through constant crisis. Then Finn dropped to one knee and opened the ring box. Olivia covered her mouth in shock. Before Finn could finish the question, she asked about Steffy. Finn told her this proposal was not about defeating Steffy. It was about choosing the future he wanted. Olivia's eyes filled with tears. and Finn finally asked her to marry him. After a long emotional pause, Olivia whispered yes. Finn stood and embraced her, both of them overwhelmed by the enormity of what had just happened. Unfortunately, Steffy was about to receive confirmation almost immediately. Brooke learned through Deacon that Finn had reserved the private garden, and Ridge eventually pieced together what the evening likely meant. Ridge wanted to confront Finn, but Taylor stopped him, saying Steffy had to be allowed to process this without another family war. The next morning, however, Steffy saw a photo of Olivia wearing the ring. She stared at the screen, frozen. It was no longer speculation. Finn had proposed and Olivia had accepted. Steffy dropped the phone and sank onto the sofa, barely able to breathe. Memories flooded through her mind. Finn first declaring his love, their wedding haze, the countless times he promised they would face everything together. For the first time, Steffy understood that this was not another temporary separation. Finn had truly chosen a life beyond her. Liam arrived soon afterward and found Steffy crying. She admitted Finn was marrying Olivia. Liam held her as she broke down, but he did not use the moment to attack Finn. Instead, he told Steffy she needed to decide who she wanted to become now that she could no longer define herself through the marriage she had fought so hard to preserve. That advice stayed with her. At Forrester Creations, Steffy threw herself into work, but her pain was obvious. Hope attempted to offer sympathy, and Steffy initially rejected it before unexpectedly admitting she felt humiliated. Hope reminded her that heartbreak was not humiliation. She had lost something she loved, but that did not mean she had lost herself. Still, Steffy's anger toward Olivia was far from gone. When Olivia later arrived at Forrester Creations to meet with Finn, Steffy confronted her privately. She accused Olivia of waiting for weakness in Finn's marriage and then stepping into her place. Olivia remained calm and told Steffy she understood why she was angry, but she would not apologize for loving Finn after he had already chosen to end the marriage. Steffy demanded to know whether Olivia really believed she could handle everything that came with Finn, including Sheila, Lee, Hayes, and years of complicated history. Olivia responded that she was not marrying Finn's problems. She was marrying Finn, and they would face the rest together. That answer cut deeply because it echoed what Steffy herself once believed. Their confrontation ended without violence but with a powerful warning from Steffy. "You think you know him now? Wait until the past comes knocking." Olivia replied, "Then we'll answer the door together." Finn later learned about the confrontation and told Steffy she needed to respect his engagement. Steffy laughed bitterly and asked whether he expected her to celebrate. Finn said no, but he did expect her to stop treating Olivia as if she had stolen something that belonged to Steffy. "I'm not property," he reminded her. "I chose this." Those 3 words became the hardest truth Steffy had to accept. She could blame Olivia, Sheila, stress, trauma, or anyone else, but ultimately Finn had chosen. The coming weeks could become even more explosive, because Finn's engagement would force every major relationship in his life to realign. Ridge might refuse to support the marriage. Lee could become protective if she believes Finn is rushing into something too quickly. Sheila could exploit the chaos in an attempt to become closer to Finn, only to discover Olivia is far more difficult to manipulate than expected. Liam's growing closeness with Steffy could awaken feelings both have tried to bury, creating another triangle just as Finn begins preparing for his new life. Even more dramatically, Steffy might discover that losing Finn does not mean her story is over. It may force her to confront the habits and fears she has avoided for years. But before any healing can begin, Steffy must survive the sight she fears most. Finn standing beside Olivia, ring on her finger, openly planning the wedding Steffy never believed would happen. The real question is whether Steffy will finally let Finn go, or whether seeing him prepare to marry Olivia will awaken the fighter in her one last time.